Sir, can you please step forward the line? Can I have your passport and visa papers, please? Okay. I have your sponsor's name and details, thanks.
Sure.
Why have you flown here today?
To visit my Australian girlfriend and meet her family.
Okay. And what's her name and how'd you meet her?
Sacha Catherine Douglas. We met in Bali when she was on holidays.
Can I see your bank statement that you used to support your time in Australia? So your girlfriend's your sponsor while you stay here?
Yes.
I note you only have $10 in your bank account.
Yes, that's right.
So your girlfriend is going to pay for you for your whole stay?
Yes, that's right.
I need to ask you some more questions and check some things. Please just wait here until I return.
Really? Okay, sure.
Please follow me. I need to ask you some further questions, if that's okay.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Nice.
That's it.
Yeah,
Pretty sure saying.
yeah. No, that's good though. It's having seen that happen a lot. I've been on the other end once. The people have been picked up and having to take them off to basically stay overnight until they get a return flight. That's exactly how it is. Pretty much what you see in Border Force when those border crossings all the time. It's so relaxed but tense at the same time. It's like a bit intrepid, but it's just everyone's trying to be natural and cool about it.
Totally.
And these immigration officers they're that in tune to what everything's going the same thing every day, 100 times a day, and they've got their little ways of like trying to trip people up with their little phrases.
Yeah, the fun thing in my own experience, every time when I went through the immigration thing, like they never make eye contact.
Yeah.
They never look at me.
I found if they do start making eye contact, they think they've got you, and they're just like, all right. And when they start engaging like that, another reason they don't make eye contact is a lot of cultures, eye contact's a big thing. It's not a thing to do.
Yeah.
Especially some of South Asian and like Polynesian cultures. If you look, it's a challenge. So they're aware of that their cultural training, so they don't make eye contact for that reason. Until they do, they're like,
Yeah.
How'd you feel? Is that all right?
That's good. No, nice tough one.
Do you want to do it once more? We got time to do it once more. I just was watching what you're both doing, so it's really good.
Any notes?
Hey.
Do you have any notes?
I have got lots of notes, but I'm just mindful of not being closed down. Excuse me, I was sick. I'm not sick now. I sound like shit, but I'm fine. So, and I might even send these through to you, but I had to write all over everything which has got to be submitted. So when Cam is talking about, he's looking at why have you flown to Australia, there's going to be a lot of eye contact looking at passports, even if it's not real passports. I think a couple of the characters haven't got. I've asked him I've got an extra coming on who's also an actor and working with me as well. She's going to come in as another person in the queue behind ASIP. So she'll come in after you come up to Jamie. She'll then go into Lozo. She's going to the next terminal across. So there'll be a lot of eye contact, looking at your eyes close-ups of looking at your eyes and how you're feeling. So feel free to improvise, obviously actors. If you need to, there's a bit of looking at the ceiling. Cam, you're doing a lot of assessing, obviously. If you're not
Yeah.
saying much, you're doing a lot of assessing. I've got a fair bit of Asap smiling and looking innocent and relaxed on the first page. Cam, on the first page, you've had a busy day, so you can look a bit, you're not angry, but you're, you know, you've just,
Forlorn.
yeah, even if you need to look up a bit or a sigh, whatever you feel is necessary, that's fine. Your
Yeah, sure,
objectives. Now, I'm supposed to go through this on set with you, but and I'm mindful of the fact if we get closed down, I'll send you another Zoom just so we can have a couple of minutes. Well, I should ask you, Cam. What do you think, Cam? What do you think your objective is? What is your emotional and physical objective in this, do you think?
Ascertain his actual need, his the intent of what he's here for,
Yeah.
the means of supporting himself, and the likelihood of him staying or overstaying.
Yeah, and it's also, yeah, you're wanting if he you're basically trying to figure out how this man can legitimately be staying in Australia without work. Like what's really going on? You don't believe what you believe him, but you don't believe what is really going on. And again,
then further down the page, you probably ask the questions of like, yeah, what does she do for a living? How can she support herself and you?
Yeah, and it doesn't actually go into that, but I probably will add that in. But yeah, it doesn't. It just because there's bank statements involved, and that's what. And she wasn't there. Like she's outside being interrogated at the same time that this is all going on. And she was late to the airport, by the way. She was late to the airport, not her fault. Something happened. I will tell you, it's a real story. But she was late to the airport, which meant he was being he actually did get held for 2 or 3 hours. Following this script, he had to go to the toilet because he was busting, and they had to watch him go to the toilet. I'm adding a bit in there to what, but there's a lot of things he hadn't seen as well. Like he was, he'd never seen a soap dispenser, a proper soap dispenser. He didn't know how. He'd seen Western toilets, but he'd used them in hotels in Bali, but he hadn't seen, like all of that was quite new. And he's got a man standing there watching him urinate with the door open. So there was all of that going on. What else? I think I will send you guys through a copy of this script, which normally I wouldn't do, but at least then you can see all the writing I've put on it, and you'll be able to get a really good feel for how you should be feeling. Yeah, we've got a minute. Hold on. I'm just going to knock us out of here, put us in another room, and we'll just spend a couple of minutes, and you guys are then free after that to go.
All right.
See you in a second.